Hello my dear children, welcome back to our today's mathematics class. In the previous class we learned about angles. What are the things did we learn about angles? We learned that two lines meeting at a point forms an angle. Number of angles formed in each alphabets. Finding the largest and smallest angles using the spread of hands of a clock. Let's go to our today's session. See, this is the symbol of an angle. We use this symbol for writing an angle. Next, naming angles. How can we name this angle? We use alphabets to name an angle. Here, I use the alphabets A, B and C to name this angle. These alphabets are to be placed at the sides and vertex of an angle. We can name this angle as angle A, B, C. Note that the alphabet at the vertex should be placed at the center. So, the alphabet B comes at center. In other way, we can name this angle as angle CBA. Here also the alphabet B at the vertex should be placed at the center. Children, did you understand? Let's do this textual activity. Here we have to name these angles. Name of the first angle is angle ABC. Name of the second angle is angle DEF. Name of the third angle is angle GHI. Name of the fourth angle is angle OMN. Next, we have to answer these questions based on these angles. Which is the smallest angle among these? We know that the lowest spread angle is the smallest angle. Here, the lowest spread angle is angle GHI. So, the smallest angle is also angle GHI. Which is the largest angle? We know that the most spread angle is the largest angle. Here, the most spread angle is angle OMN. So, the largest angle is also angle OMN. Next question, write the names of all these in order of their sizes. Here, we have to write the angles from the smallest to the largest. So, angle GHI comes at first. Angle DEF spread more than angle GHI. So, the next one is angle DEF. Next one is angle ABC because angle ABC spread more than angle DEF. And the last one is angle OMN because angle OMN spread more than angle ABC. Next activity, joining angles. At first we have to draw angles. For that, draw a line any centimeter long. Mark both the endpoints. Then take any of the set square. Then place the set square over the line. The left endpoint of the line should meet at the slanting corner of the set square. Mark a point. Join these 2 points by drawing a line. Then place the set square on this line. We know that the slanting corner of the set square should meet at this point. Then mark a point. After that, we have to join these points by drawing a line. Let's find the number of angles. See, these 2 lines join together to form an angle. These 2 lines form an angle. See, These two angles together form a large angle. Once more, here is a small angle, here is a small angle, and also here is a large angle. Next, let's name these angles. For that, we have to place the alphabets. Here we use the alphabets P, Q, R and S to name these angles. What's the name of this small angle? Angle PQS. In other way, we can name this angle as angle SQP. What's the name of this angle? We can name this angle as angle SQR. In other way, we can name this angle as angle RQS. See, these two small angles together form a large angle. We can name this angle as angle PQR. In other way, we can name this angle as angle RQP. How many angles are there? Yes, 3 angles. By joining two angles, the number of angles become 3. Let's do the next activity. How many angles are there in this picture? Let's count the number of angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. The total number of angles equals 9. Children, did you understand? That's all for today, children. Today we learned about naming angles using alphabets, joining angles and counting the number of angles. We have completed this unit. You have to practice all these activities very well. See you on next class. Thank you.